Hi, and welcome to Strong Body, Strong Mind. This first session here with me today, Coach Dai. If you didn't already check out the introduction video, I recommend just skip back in the playlist, go and watch that brief introduction, and it's going to prepare you mentally for what we're about to do. So we're going to go through a series of movements, prior to which we're going to do some breathing practice to train our respiratory muscles. We're going to be creative with our movements, and we're going to finish up with a short breathwork / meditation practice. Everything that we do today is to improve physical and cognitive function. So not only are we improving your body's ability to move, we are also receiving cognitive benefits by having different areas of the brain activated and communicating much better. Then, of course, with the breath work, we are training our nervous system to do the right thing at the right time, to ramp itself up when we need it to, and then also to calm down when it's going to benefit us. So all you need is a little bit of space where you can lay your body down, and most of what we're going to do today is going to be on the ground, and over the coming sessions and the coming weeks, we're going to build from the ground up. So we're predominantly laying down on our back today. So when you've got your space, no equipment required, we're just going to go straight into that position. Laying down on your back, and we're going to work on the breathing. Again, if you haven't checked out the best ways to do this breathing, go back to the introduction video. But we need the straight spine. If you don't feel comfortable laying down, you can also do this sitting up in a chair. Place one hand on your tummy, one hand on your chest. And you're just going to breathe through your nose. So inhale and exhale through your nose. Go at your own pace, go at your own speed, but pay attention to try to gradually slow the breath down. As you draw the air in, you want to feel the hand on your tummy rises first and most. The hand on your chest rises last and least. So we fill the tummy with air. It comes all the way up into our rib cage, which expands, and we slowly let it go. We're going to continue here for about 2 minutes. Warming up the respiratory muscles and setting your nervous system in a nice steady state, ready to move. If you're struggling to breathe through your nose, you can take your thumb and your index finger, place them at the side of your nasal passages, push out and up, and you should find that increases your ability to draw in more air through your nose. So that's absolutely fine to do it this way as well. With each breath, trying to pull in more and more air. Can we take 3 more breaths like this? we're going to draw our focus more towards the midsection of your body, the abdominals and your spine. So you feel your spine in contact with the floor, but there may be a little arch here in your low back. Now, as you breathe out, I want you to draw your belly button into your spine and actively press your low back into the ground. What you should feel is an increase in tension through the abdominals. Hold that for about 3 to 4 seconds and then go back to breathing. So it's a case of breathe in, breathe out, pressure, and relax. Try and keep that cadence with me. Breathe in, breathe out, press, and relax. 3 more times. Now at your own pace. Feel as if there was a hand beneath your back. You're going to be squishing those fingers into the ground. After those 3 breaths, we're going to progress. So it will be breathe in, breathe out, press and hold, and you'll hold that tension. Take another breath in, out, and then relax. Go with me, breathe in, breathe out, squeeze, breathe in, breathe out, release. So you're holding the tension in your abdominals for 1 whole breath. Breathe in, breathe out, contract. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. Go at your own speed. We'll take this 5 times. And it's teaching you to breathe behind the shield or breathe behind the brace. So as we go through these movements and as you continue to practice there, we want to ensure that as we hold a nice stable core, we're not also holding our breath. We want to be breathing throughout the whole movement. Breathe behind the brace. After you finish 5 reps there, progressing on again, breathe in, breathe out. You have the contraction, push the ground. So you're going to leave 2 big heel prints in the floor. So we're in glute bridge. Breathe in, breathe out. So you breathe in behind the brace, relax. Breathe in, breathe out, pressure down, glute bridge, breathe in, breathe out, relax. 5 times. Doing this glute bridge, as you push down into the floor, you should feel like your back is peeling off the ground, like peeling a sticker off the ground. 5 total reps. And then we're going to flip over. So you're going to come onto your hands and knees. We're going to go into a quadruped position. We're going to use the same breathing mechanism. So with your hands directly beneath your shoulders, your knees directly beneath your hips. Breathe in, breathe out, and then we're searching for that same tension. This way around, it feels like your ribs and your hips are squeezing together. We're doing this with a neutral spine, so we're not going up, we're not dipping down, we're just keeping everything very tabletop. Breathe in, breathe out, contract. Just do that 3 times so you have the sensation. And on the third breath, raise your right hand and your left knee. You're just going to hold that balance point for 3 more breaths. When you completed 3, do the same on the other side. So you're in the quadruped position, breathe in, breathe out, feel the tension, and then we'll take the opposite hand and knee, just hovering off the ground, and hold it there. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in behind the brace as you hold that position, again for 3 reps on this side. And that will conclude the prep, the warm-up. Okay, so now to the main movements in the session today. We're going to have 5 different movements. So we'll go through all 5 movements in sequence. And then the job today, the task is to complete 3 rounds. So we'll do 1 round together, and then you can do 2 additional rounds by yourself. As I mentioned in the introduction, come to these movements with an open mind. They are going to be different to what you're used to experiencing in the gym. When it comes to getting strong, it's not just about lifting heavy objects. It's about being able to control movements that your body generates. So we're going to take it right back to the foundations today, and we're going to start with some rolling. So this rolling pattern through the upper body is one that, as a baby, we would have done all the time. This is how we got stronger. This is how we started to learn to move. So laying down on your back with your legs out straight, and take one arm up overhead. The roll, as I mentioned, is through the upper body only. So you're going to take the other arm across your body, no work at all from the legs, just rolling out and flopping down effectively onto your front. Coming back, the shoulder leads the way, so you're rolling and opening through your thoracic spine and back to the same starting point. We're going to do 5 reps on each side. So out and back is 1 rep. Take it at your own pace, but with all these movements, slower is going to be better. It's going to give us more control. We've done 5 one way, switch the arm overhead. We'll do the same thing going in the other direction. Reaches across, no work from your legs, just down into that front lying position. Coming back, shoulder leads the way, roll back onto your back. Pay attention if it feels different from one side to the next. If there's any asymmetries, maybe it's easier on one side than the other. That's common. We don't need to correct it here. Just want you to be aware of it. So there's no push from the legs, there's no push from the arm. As you come back, you're just pulling that top shoulder out into your side line. So there's 5 reps there on each side. For our second movement, we're going to still stay on our back, but take an object. Maybe if you have a foam roller, that's a great tool, or just a cushion or a pillow that you have laying around the house. Place that between your knees and lock your knees up at 90 degrees. Hips, knees, 90 degrees. Arms out to the sides. We're going to keep our shoulders on the ground. Just roll from side to side. So we're moving at the hips, we're getting some rotation down in the low back. But everything is staying locked. So that breathe in, breathe out, contract mechanism that we used in the prep, that's at play here. But I'm talking, so therefore I'm breathing, and I want you guys to do the same. You should be able to talk, maintain a conversation under that abdominal tension. You're going to do 10 rocks in each direction, so that's 20 in total. If you feel a shoulder comes off the ground, you rolled a little too far. In that top position, your low back should feel very close to the ground. Make that little check in the middle. And when you've done 10 each side, just slowly lower the legs down. Nice and easy. We're going to come onto our front now. So in a traditional plank position, forearms on the ground. Nice long line from your head to your knees. Breathe in, breathe out, contract. So you want that same tension, ribs and hips, as when you were in the quadruped position earlier. We're going to do some scapular push-ups from here. So you should feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. It's like you're going to pull the floor towards your chest and then push the floor away. Shoulder blades together, shoulder blades apart. Shoulder blades together, shoulder blades apart. 10 total reps, so keep going in that position. If I put a little orange between your shoulder blades, you're going to squeeze the juice out of the orange. If at any point you feel any tension, discomfort, pain through your low back here, just modify the movement, take your knees to the ground. It's the movement through the shoulder blades that's our primary focus. 10 total reps. After 10 total reps, we're going to go into that quadruped position that we learned in prep. Hands and knees. Breathe in, breathe out, contract. When you've got that nice stable contraction, just raise your knees slightly off the ground. So this is our bear position. It's stable, my hands are corkscrewed into the ground, and it's very tabletop. You can put your morning coffee on your back and you're not going to spill it. And that's the level of stability to keep as we start to crawl. So we're going to crawl, use the space that you have wherever you're doing this workout to crawl forward and backwards. I'm only going about 2.5 meters here in each direction. And I'm going forward and backwards 3 times. Be very deliberate with your steps. Slow transitions from one step to the next. Shoulders may get a little tired doing this. That's okay. Your core may get a little tired. And that's what we're trying to build, is that strength endurance to be stable for longer and through different movements. When we've done 3, just relax. Good, we just got one more movement in today's sequence, and it's going to see us come up into a half kneeling position, starting close to 90 degrees, again hips and knees. Our weight is going to be on the front foot. Getting quite technical here. Big toe, little toe and heel should form a tripod that gives you a nice stable base. This is why I'm going barefoot today, and if you're doing this in your own home, you can also do this. So you feel the ground a little. You come up into a low split. So you're hovering, that back knee 5 to 10 centimeters off the ground. And then we're going to hold that position as you rotate. You're going to rotate into the front leg, reach to the front and back 5 times. We should be like a duck on water. From the waist down, there is next to no movement. Everything is strong and stable. Then we're accessing rotation through the thoracic spine, which for a lot of us is limited when we spend long days at the desk. 5 reps only, and then we'll repeat on the other side. So set yourself up, half kneel in, big toe, little toe and heel. Hit your hover position. Your weight should be about 70% on that front leg. And focus especially on the big toe. Keep your big toe in contact with the ground, like you're trying to grip the ground a little with that toe. 5 rotations. Maybe you start to get a little burn there in the quads, especially doing this after the bear crawl. So you just feel like a little burn as well. So those are the 5 movements. So just before you go ahead into block 2, or round 2, I'm going to briefly recap. Roll in, upper body only. No work from the legs, you reach across. And as you come back, you pull through the shoulder into your laying down position. So 5 in each direction. Next we have trunk stability with a pad between your knees. Remember to breathe in, breathe out, contract. Take that checkpoint each time you return to the top, that your low back is close to the ground. If your shoulder raises off the ground, you've gone a little too far. Scapular push-ups. Forearms, nice long position from head to knee, midsection switched on, ribs and hips, shoulder blades together and apart. 10 reps. Number 4, we have our bear crawls. So we start in the quadruped position, screw the hands into the ground, and then with the knees hovering, deliberate, stompy steps. Work with the space that you have. 3 times forward and back. And you're trying to maintain that tabletop position through the whole movement. And then the last one, with 5 reps on each side, is to have your big toe, little toe and heel tripod to the ground. 70% of your weight to the front side. Rotate. Reach in both directions, rotating as far as you can, staying nice and stable from the waist down. So those are the key coaching points as you go through the second round. When you hit the third round here today, I also want you to focus on your breath. So trying to keep breathing only through your nose throughout the whole practice of those movements. So it'll be 5 movements of nasal breathing only. There's a few things there to work on. Pause the video, go back to the pieces that you need to. Next, we're going to finish the workout with a little breathing.
Hey guys, last part of the first session of the Strong Body, Strong Mind. So what we're going to do is a little recovery. Breathing, like we did in the beginning. What we're going to do is we're going to lay down on our back, like we did in the beginning. The knees are flexed, yes, the feet are flat on the floor, and we're gonna put one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Now, as Dai said in the beginning, we always try to increase the movement of the belly first before we're going to increase the ribs and the upper back. Okay, we're gonna do the same as in the beginning, 6 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna inhale through the nose, very big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can keep repeating this sequence. I'm just gonna tell you why this is so important. Now, we are always, especially right now with COVID, in a very stressful situation. This breathing pattern will calm down the nervous system and will make you feel less stressed. Another benefit of this breathing pattern is actually it decreases the blood pressure. Why? Because we're breathing more air in, more air out. So this will also decrease the breathings per minute. Okay, we have around 20,000 a day, and we always breathe very shallow. This is normal. Okay, so it's super important that as human beings we also breathe in big airs, big out. That's why exercise, for example, is super important to make sure we calm down and stay healthy. Okay, so you can keep repeating for at least 2 more of those 6 inhales, 6-second exhale, and then you will feel more and more relaxed. So what I would suggest is you can do this at least 10 minutes a day. Sit down in your sofa or lay down in your bed or whatever. Try to focus on the breathing only. The mind will go away from all the stress, from all the work, and you can just focus on your body and be conscious about the movements that are happening while you are breathing. So you can do 1 more round, 6 seconds, inhale, 6 seconds, exhale, nice and easy. And then the last part of the day is we have a little task for you guys. So what I want you to do, or what we want you to do, is I want you to try to explore a little bit of the cold water. Right now the weather is colder, so we can also prepare our body for the cold. There are a lot of benefits of cold water exposure, like for example you get a boost of the immune system, but it also regulates the inflammation markers inside your body. So the goal here is to try, after your warm shower, to get at least 15 to 20 seconds of cold water. So turn out the cold all the way down. Maybe take the shower head off the wall and then start with the legs and then go slightly up. Try to go for 15 to 20 seconds. Now, super important, the first reaction of the human body is to try to go like this. And this is normal. Like I said, big breaths are very, very important. So what I want you to also focus in these 20 seconds is to keep the breathing pattern like we did today. 6-second inhale, 6-second exhale. You will feel that the cold will actually go away or decrease because you're focusing on the internal breath. So 20 seconds would be around 2 of those repetitions where you go 6 in, 6 out. Tai is sleeping right now. That is perfect. So this is the end of our first session. We hope to see you soon. Thursday is the day, 7:30. I will be leading the session, and then Dai will assist me. Do you have anything?
If you need to join us live, if you haven't already signed up and you just happen to come across this on our YouTube channel, just email us jim_hzo@adidas.com, and then we can get you signed up and you can join us live every Tuesday and Thursday as well.